Hello students, now that you all have Chromebooks, we have started to make an attempt to get more ebooks in our library so that you don't even have to come in the library to check a book out. And if you're sitting in the middle of class and you run out of things to do and the teacher says find something to read, you can use one of our ebooks to read as well, so you don't need to come into the library. Now, there are two ways to access ebooks here at school. We have what is called the Follett shelf, which is through our Destiny Library catalog, and we also have Mackin eBooks. The one I'm going to show you here first is the one that's accessible through Destiny, and it's called Follett shelf. To find that, we have to get on Google Chrome. From there, we go to the middle school, high school, down to the Library Media Center, over to Destiny Library Catalogs. You would choose Rio Middle High School. And up here it's going to ask you for a login. Now right now you have two different logins that you use. One is the login that gives you access to your Chromebook. That's not the login that we're talking about. If you remember back to technology class at the elementary school, I taught you how to access the network. And the network login and password was 5 of your last, 3 of your first, and your password was at that point your birth date. You may still be using your birth date, or you may have switched that password. That is the login and password that is tied to your account that we have here through Destiny Library Catalog. So network password, if you were to come to the mini lab next to the library, in order to get on there, you'd have to do 5 of your last, 3 of your first, and whatever your password is be. Works the same here. So click on login. You would put in 5 of your last, 3 of your first, and then your password, whether it's your birthday or whether or not you've changed it. Okay, it recognizes who you are, and at that point you can go to what is called the Follett shelf. Takes a minute for the Follett shelf to load. Now at this point you could search anything that we have in our library, but since we're talking about ebooks, let's go over here to collections and choose ebooks. Now at this point we only have 7 books in the library that are ebooks that are part of the Follett shelf. We are working on getting more. I'm open to suggestions if you have an idea of something you'd like us to put in here. At this point it's really very easy to check out a book. As long as you are logged in and it recognizes that you are logged in, all you have to do, say for example I wanted to check out one of these books here, Getting Over Garrett Delaney. If I want to take a look at what it's about, I can click on it, read the little description here, and I could click checkout. Or I could just sit, if I knew I wanted Getting Over Garrett Delaney, all I have to do is choose checkout. At this point the book has been checked out to me. All I have to do is click open, and I can start to read the book. Checkout periods for ebooks will be for 14 days. If you finish it prior to that, let's see here, close the book. If you finish it sooner than that and you want to give it back, all you have to do is click the return button. Otherwise, after 14 days, it automatically turns itself back in so that the next person who's looking for it can have it. So there is currently no way of renewing an electronic book. 14 days is what you get, and that's all you get. Now, let's say, let's go back home here. Let's say that you checked out a book and you read it for a while and you closed it all up and you want to find it again. Once you log in, you go over to the book bag, and the book bag will tell you what books you have checked out. So that goes to Getting Over Garrett Delaney, and it'll keep track of where you left off reading, so all you have to do is click open and it'll take you right to where you left off. Okay, close this up. There we go, close. Some other things here in the book bag. You can put books on hold if you're looking for a book. And this is kind of interesting. You can check your history. If you read a book that you never got a chance to finish, if there's a book you'd like to read again, if you come in and click on that history, it'll show you all the books that you've read from our library. There are some other things in here you can play around with. We're not going to get into right now. We're just interested in checking books in, the ebooks in and out. So I go back to checkouts here. I still have Getting Over Garrett Delaney checked out. Let's say I'm done with it. All I have to do is click the return button, and I'm back to having no books checked out. Redeem codes is something that's set up for college libraries, so don't pay any attention to the redeem codes at all right now. It's a way to check out a classroom textbook that you would use in college to make sure that you had a copy, so we don't need to worry about that. We can always go back to home, and you can start the process all over again by checking for another ebook or just checking for anything that's in our library. As always, if you have questions, come and see me or Mrs. Larson, and we'll do our best to help you out. Thanks.